Welcome to the Powerful Komiksman podcast. This is Jerald Dorado, and this is another entry to my 40 Life Wisdom at 40 series. I'm doing this. I'm sharing 40 life lessons that I believe in and follow most of the time in during my 40 years of existence here on planet Earth. Okay, so we are now at number 10. Check out this entire series if you can. This podcast is brought to you by Mutual Cakes. That's our little online pastry shop, vegan pastry shop. And check it out at hello.miucha on Instagram and Facebook. That's at hello.miuccia. Okay, so let's go on with number 10 on our 40 Life Wisdom at 40 by yours truly. Okay, so at number 10, we're gonna talk about alphas. Okay, on the YouTube video version, we have number 10, lead and be alpha. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna title this on Spotify, but basically, what I'm gonna be talking about is I'm gonna try to define my or get at least give my take on what being an alpha means. Okay, so a little disclaimer: I'm gonna be talking about being alpha as a man. Okay, as a male. Unfortunately, I am only blessed with a dick, so I cannot talk about being alpha, being an alpha woman. Okay. If you, I'm sure there would be that would be a thing, but I'm not an expert on that. I can't even talk about, not because I'm a man. Okay, I don't believe that just because I'm a man, I'm not allowed to talk about women things. It's just that I really do not have an idea on how it goes. Okay, so you would have to research on other content creators for that. But for now, I'm gonna be focusing on my own experiences and the things that I have learned in the stuff that I read and watched. And I'm gonna be talking about what I think is a real alpha male. Okay, so I think this is important. This is an important topic, especially that I see that most of my listeners and subscribers are male. But of course, so well for males, I think this could help on trying to figure out what it is, because this is a self confidence issue, and a lot of men have been broken or are in the process of being broken. Okay, so I think this is gonna be helpful, and as it it was helpful para sa akin. As for the female listeners, well, I think this is also important knowledge for you, because at least you can maybe this will help you understand men a little better, diba? It's always uh, it's always tough to to understand the opposite sex, diba? Hindi siya madali, and there are lots of questions because you cannot relate to their experiences, diba? So maybe this could help you and enlighten um the the topic a little bit. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so what is uh, what is an alpha male? Okay, so this is a little tough to explain, but I'm gonna try my best. So, what is an alpha male? And the stereotypical alpha male, if you're gonna ask, I would say most people, men or women, um, especially Filipinos, I think ang stereotype ng mga alpha male is the typical siga. Siga sa school, siga sa work, siga sa kanto, yan. Siguro ang isa pang stereotype would be yung mga leaders ng gangs, 'di ba? Which is parang siga na rin, 'di ba? Or somebody who maybe a CEO, somebody in the position of power, 'di ba? A strong a political strongman, 'di ba? Mga alpha males, yun may mga isipin mo eh. Or and even alpha females, siguro pag ganun, alpha female. Or the great warriors in history. Somebody who can fight. Somebody who can force his way o kapag get his way through force. 'Di ba? Yun yung stereotypical. Sometimes there's a connotation of being an alpha male as somebody who's toxic, 'di ba? Who's just pure only brawn and no essence. Sometimes may stereotype na alpha males are rude. May mga ganun eh. Na kasi it's kumbaga parang they force their way nga. They are dominating and sometimes parang manipulators. Siguro mga doon. Pwede rin isama siguro manipulators. Those are the, I would say, mostly negative stereotypes of what an alpha is. Parang oppressor. Pwedeng ganun pa eh. Oppressor ka. Kasi ikaw yung alpha eh. Diba? Dominante ka sa society. But, what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna take a look at becoming an alpha on a personal level. Diba? Because, isa pang connotation ng stereotype ng alpha, chick boy. Diba? Mga alpha male, yun yung mga chick boy. Diba? Mga bad boy, yun yung mga madaming chicks. Sila yung mga attractive sa babae. May mga ganun eh. So, what really is an alpha? Okay, so I have here in the YouTube video ang photo na naisip kong gamitin for this topic is the alpha wolf. There's a great photo of a wolf. I think this is a gray wolf running with his pack in the snow. Diba? It's ang ganda ng photo. So I think dyan nagsimula yung alpha. I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. Pero when I was a kid, ang mas una kong nalaman yung alpha wolf kaysa sa alpha male. 'Di ba? So may mga alpha wolves, sila yung leader ng pack, alpha dogs, 'di ba? Sila yung leader ng pack at sila yung pinaka tough doon sa pack, and everybody is afraid of the alpha wolf. He gets to mate, parang ganyan. And but then it is earned, 'di ba? Being an alpha wolf in the pack is always parang being challenged. Kasi syempre wolves age just like any other living creature, 'di ba? They would age and they would grow old and they would eventually go weak. Sometimes they would get injured during hunts, or maybe an accident will happen, and uh, it will cause the wolf to become weaker. And so the pack needs a healthy pack leader, somebody who can lead the hunt for them. Okay, and so they were gonna have to replace him with a more capable member of the pack. Diba? Sometimes they would duel to the death. May mga ganun pang ano. Minsan hindi to the death. But the reason is that the pack needs somebody to lead them. Okay? The pack doesn't need somebody to bully them. Diba? Because nobody wants to be bullied. Yun yung ano eh, diba? Even, I would say even animals, hindi nila gusto yung binubuli sila. So, if being bullied is not desirable, then most likely, yung leadership benefits ang gusto ng packs. Kaya sila kumukuha ng alpha. So, that would mean being an alpha is not the negative stereotypes that I mentioned earlier. It is actually, to put plainly, your ability to lead. And what is a leader? Diba? What does it mean to be able to lead? And the answer to that is a good leader. Kasi you can lead, diba? Anyone could claim to become a leader. Pero you are really a good leader if you can produce results. Diba? So you could be the strongest, most fearsome warlord in the world. Pinaka nakakatakot na ano ka, na tao, pinakasiga. Pero if you cannot win wars, then you're a leader pero ineffective na leader ka. 'Di ba? Kung siga ka pero bugbog naman yung tropa mo, yung gang mo, edi hindi ka pa rin alpha, 'di ba? Maybe you're alpha to your group, pero bugbog ka hindi ka, most likely papaltan ka nung grupo mo, 'di ba? Naniwala kami sa iyo tapos bugbog tayo 'di ba? So you can use the same analogy on, let's say, a company. If your alpha or your CEO is driving your company to the ground, nalulugi kayo in his leadership, then most likely tanggal yun, papalitan yun, di ba? So you're not gonna be alpha anymore. So apparently hindi ka pala alpha. Maybe you have some credentials, di ba? Pero hindi ka effective na leader, so you can't be alpha. And the thing with being an alpha, most of the time, kasi most people naman, I would say anyone can become an alpha if he chooses to and if he works hard enough. Kasi you do not really need. Okay, so if being alpha means being a leader who can produce results, is being a leader, and being a leader means, okay, let's repeat. Okay, if being alpha means being a leader, and being a leader means you have the ability to produce results, then being alpha means also na it's just your ability to produce results. Diba? And you can do that even if you are alone. Di ba? You do not need a group of followers to to produce results for yourself. Me, I'm here. I'm podcasting alone. I do not even have an assistant. Diba? I used to have an assistant before, Keo, but uh, well, he's doing a lot of other things now, and also I found a way para hindi ko na siya kailangan. Maganda sana kung and also uh, I found it just parang too much na expense for at least for now. So hindi ko na continue. I'll just do it by myself. But in a way, if you are like me doing any kind of project and you get to finish it, you get to produce episodes, you get to produce content, you get to produce, you get to finish a project, diba? You achieve a task. Then in that regard, you can call yourself an alpha because you have led yourself into accomplishing something. And you would gain I would say support, probably a little bit of admiration, or more importantly, siguro mas tama yung respect, kasi people respect the results. I mean, a lot of people would talk bullshit, would talk trash, pero wala naman silang ginagawa about content creators. Alam mo yun? Pero they never produced a video, recorded a song, they don't draw, diba? Pero may mga, they would have the guts to criticize. Of course, that's within their rights. Pero, alam mo yun, to me, it would not hold much water compared to if the criticism would come from, if it's a criticism about art, if it would come to from a respected artist, then naturally that would hold more water compared to just a random internet troll. Diba? So what I'm saying is, you can lead a group of people, or you can lead through example by accomplishing things even if you are alone. Kasi even if you are alone, and then people, kasi you're not alone really, diba? Maybe you're just doing stuff by yourself, pero people will notice you whether they're watching or not. If you get big enough, you will eventually get noticed by more and more people, diba? Kasi let's say some YouTube channel, magsisimula yan sa maliit, then eventually it will grow kasi yung success niya, the results are gonna make that content creator undeniable. Whether he's putting up good content or not is a different example. But if gets views, if gets attention, then that is results. Kasi if that is your goal, is to get the attention, then you are succeeding. And then eventually you will get followers, you would get respect, and that will feel good. Kumbaga parang it's some people are better capable on handling it than others, pero trust me, alam mo yan, it feels good to be appreciated. It really does. And the more eyes that would be put on you, then the more results it will garner you more. So, and if you find yourself succeeding, you will feel good, and then you will feel confident, more and more confident. And this is ano this is not I use the example of being a content creator and being popular. It just hindi yun yung hindi yun yung hindi lang yun ang pwede mong gawin. Maybe you just want to provide for your family, or you just want to help your parents, or you just want to finish school, di ba? If you finish the project in school, and you get a passing grade, that's alam mo yun, commensurate dun sa effort mo, then you are developing your leadership skills because you are finishing your tasks, and um that will eventually build your confidence. Kasi if you can see, hindi lang naman yung mga tao ang makakakita eh. You will see it for yourself that you are getting shit done, that you are finishing a page of your comic book, and then eventually a chapter, and then eventually an entire book, and then you get to publish it, whether independently or somebody else publishes it for you. Diba? If you are an athlete, you start winning games. Diba? You start winning one game, and then two games, and then you're in the finals. Then you win tournaments eventually. These are results, whether it's a team sport or not. If you are starting a business, 'di ba? Pwedeng nung una malulugi ka, and then eventually, but then you still nakikita mo meron kang napapasweldo mo yung empleyado mo, 'di ba? Na kumakain ka pa rin, nakikita mo may bumibili, may natutuwa dun sa produkto mo. Then those are small wins, small victories. And that would push you into creating more and more. And the more success you have by completing more tasks, then alam mo yun, mas lalakas yung loob mo, mas madami kang matututunan, kasi experience is the best teacher, as they say, diba? And it's true. Mas madami kang matututunan, mas lalakas ang loob mo, mas magiging efficient ka kasi mas makaka-recognize ka ng magandang, mas efficient na pattern to follow, diba? Procedures, mga ganyan. And eventually, success will come. And alam mo yun, kung nagbi-business ka, makakabili ka na ng mga stuff. This will make you feel happier even more. Diba? Kasi you will be able to provide for yourself, for your wants, and also to your loved ones, to your family, to your parents, or kung sino mang gusto mong tulungan. And also, aside from the people recognizing you and giving you respect, ito naman, in terms of being attractive, sexual attraction, di ba? If you are a guy and you can prove your leadership to produce results, then you will become an alpha. I mean, and nothing is more irresistible than being an alpha to women. Women do not deny it. Okay? There's nothing wrong to be attracted to alphas. There is really nothing wrong. Okay? Alam mo yun, kasi women, kumbaga men are our men's brains are wired to produce as many offsprings as we can. Kaya ano kaya kaya mga sinasabi hindi parang polygamous yung nature ng men. Merong ganun talaga. Kumbaga, I'm not gonna deny that. I suppose that's also true to some women. Pero that's not our topic. Okay? If men's brains are wired to get more partners to reproduce, kasi the main goal of biology is to reproduce more of your own species, di ba? Women's brains naman are wired mostly, it's different kasi they are wired to get the best mate, not as many mates as they want. That's not the priority. The priority is to get the best one that they can get. And if you can get the alpha, then why not? Diba? If you can get the king, if you can get the wealthy CEO, if you can get the most handsome, diba? If you can get the Brad Pitt, why would you settle to somebody na parang tambay? Diba? If you can get an Elon Musk, bakit ka mag-settle dun sa mahirap? Kung kaya mo makukuha ng Brad Pitt, bakit ka magse-settle sa pangit? 'Di ba? It's just natural kasi you are biologically wired to pick the best, or at least what you think is the best. And for men, becoming the alpha raises your chances of being picked by more women. 'Di ba? Kasi women will see your value. And it's not because they are gold diggers. Hindi ganun yun. Kasi you would eventually like them as well. Especially if, 'di ba? If more women are gonna be attracted to you, then you would have the luxury of choosing the prettiest among them. 'Di ba? Ganun lang naman yun eh. Kung sino yung pinaka-attractive dun sa mga may gusto sa'yo. Kasi attractive ka, naging alpha ka, you are projecting, or you can assure a good quality of life and genes to a woman, to more women, then mas konti ang problema mo in choosing, or mas konti ang problema mo in getting laid. Diba? Ganun yun eh. And you should not feel, alam mo yun, jealous dun sa mga lalaki na ganyan. Kasi, well, some are born into, alam mo yun, kung naging pinalad ka, naging anak ka ni Brad Pitt at Angelina Jolie, kunyari, malamang pogi ka, 'di ba? Basta you're blessed with good genes, or you were born into an extremely wealthy family. May mga ganun. Pero for most people, well, hindi rin naman guarantee yun eh. Kasi you could be the most handsome person. I'm sure may mga kilala ka na gwapo, maganda, pero walang jowa. Torpe. 'Di ba? Torpe, awkward. May mga ganun eh. It also does not guarantee. Kasi being an alpha, becoming a leader, before you even start considering yourself to become one, you would need to build confidence first. enough confidence to actually take on the alpha wolf. Na parang, kasi hindi naman lahat magcha-challenge dun sa alpha wolf eh. If they see that the alpha wolf is aging, humihina na siya, hindi naman lahat doon ganun katapang eh. Only one would be bold enough to challenge the alpha wolf. Ang mabuti sa atin, being humans and more sophisticated than wolves, we do not need to overthrow someone. Okay? We can be alphas at the same time. Unless of course you are in a, let's say you're in the military, 'di ba? Parang you would need to, alam mo yan, merong hierarchy eh, or you're in a corporate setting. Parang you would need, that's a different scenario. But if you are just a regular guy, or you're just in school, 'di ba? You're just in the real world. Kasi you cannot be alpha maybe in your company na corporate lang setting, pero outside maybe you are a badass triathlete, 'di ba? Pwedeng ganun eh. Kasi hindi ka naman magiging alpha sa lahat ng aspeto ng buhay mo. Kahit yung mga, although some are good in a lot of things, some people, meron just being alpha in one aspect of your life, on one skill. Yung sinabi ko kanina, number 3 ng 40 life wisdom natin, become an expert in something. Diba? At least in that one skill. Let's say, hindi ka nga si Elon Musk, pero si Khabib Nurmagomedov ka naman. Diba? Champion ka sa MMA. Atleta ka, kunyari. Or si David Finch ka naman. 'Di ba? Artist ka. And so on and so forth. Pwedeng artista ka. 'Di ba? Kasi let's say artista ka. Let's say si Vice Ganda. 'Di ba? Hindi naman siya may-ari ng ABS-CBN eh. Pero you can say na alpha si Vice Ganda. Or kasi meron siyang respeto na commensurate to those that is given to a top dog. So, yun. If you are associating being an alpha in the negative light, then you are not understanding what it is. That is the point of this life wisdom. And you can't be king of the world. Diba? You can't have everything, but you can excel in one thing. It doesn't have to be ikaw lang yung magaling doon, diba? You can also share being excellent on that one thing with a lot of people. That is the beauty in our modern lives, diba? So let's capitalize on that and be confident. I hope you can build yourself. You can check out the other life wisdoms that I have in the series to have more ideas on how to build that confidence. And of course, you can always research on your own from other creators, other authors, kasi ang daming content about that in YouTube alone. Lalo na kung gusto magbasa ng mga books, ang dami. So it's up to you if you want to make a choice. If you're feeling unattractive, if you're feeling like a loser, then again, you would need to snap. You would need to make a choice to stop being that way, and find the ways, find the reasons why you feel like that, and change it. Okay, and you need to start as soon as possible. Now. Actually, you need to start now. And that's it. You can just start considering it. I think that is a way to start, but you need to follow up to get the next steps. And then eventually, you would be able to have confidence. You need to have, you need to have, you need to gather enough confidence to be able to raise your arm when somebody asks for a volunteer. For that, dun lang. Or if you need to have enough confidence so that when you see an opportunity, hindi ka magdadalawang isip na i-grab yun. You need to have enough confidence to not be afraid to fail. If you have those, then you can have a shot on becoming a leader. And then when you lead, you get achievements after achievements, knowledge after knowledge, wisdom after wisdom, and then eventually you get results. And the results will become better and better until next thing you know, you are the alpha wolf. Okay, so that's it for now. Watch out for the next life wisdom that I'm gonna share. This is the powerful Komiksman, and share this if you think this is good shit. Share this to your friends. Listen to it over and over as much as you need to. If this motivates you, if this helps you in any way. And yeah, thank you for listening. And good luck. Good luck. You can do that. You can do everything that I said. I root for you, man. I really am. And well, that's another thing that I missed pala. Becoming alpha is also being able to help others. Help other men. Kasi you can bring value to other people. Isa pa yun. Being an alpha doesn't mean that you are putting everybody else down and just raising yourself. Diba? That's not a real alpha. That's fake alpha. That's bad leadership. If that's bad leadership, then it's not alpha. Good leadership, only good leadership would bring good results. Alam mo yun, bad leadership sometimes would bring temporary good results, but if you keep up with it, eventually it will crumble. A strong, steady progress and flow of good results can only be achieved through good leadership. Okay, so if you kung siga ka lang, 'di ba? Kung siga ka lang pero wala namang nangyayari, 'di ba? Wala ka namang pera, 'di ba? Wala ka namang parang nagsisiga-sigaan ka lang diyan, and when the moment na makakita ka ng mas malaking siga, wala ka na, then you're not alpha. If you are just putting other people down, parang sulsul ka lang ng sulsul, di ba? If that is the way, that is a huge red flag that person is a fake alpha, because parang maninira siya to raise his own self. So that's eventually he's gonna get busted. So like bad leadership, what he built will crumble down eventually. But being real alpha Kasi good results would probably, hindi, that is contagious eh. Hindi lang yan mananatili sa'yo. Diba? Merong makakakuha niyan, merong maapektuhan na buhay, whether it's your family, whether it's your parents, friends, may maapektuhan yan. Kasi people will be inspired of you, people will seek your advice, then you will become a help to others. Alam mo yun, pwede kang, alam nila, maasahan ka nila. Yun. You will become a friend that they will regret losing, like the one that I mentioned in number 9 of the 40 Life Wisdom. So, I'm glad na alala ko yung part na yun. I think that covers everything that I wanted to say about becoming alpha and leadership. I'm sure there's gonna be more along the series, so follow the entire 40 Life Wisdom at 40 series here on the Powerful Komiksman podcast. All right, I'll see you again on the next entry episode, Powerful Comicsman podcast.